Driving alone after midnight induces a specific kind of trance. The white lines blur into a continuous rhythm, the radio becomes background static, and the world outside the headlights ceases to exist. Our narrator is 9 hours into a trip across rural Ohio. It's 2:30 a.m., the GPS has lost its signal, and severe sleep deprivation is beginning to override his basic motor functions. A nameless building appears on the shoulder. A flickering neon sign offers the first sign of life after an hour of empty road. Inside, the atmosphere is unnervingly still. There is no music or television hum, just the smell of coffee and a lone waitress who claims she already knows exactly what the driver needs. Looking for any connection to the outside world, the narrator joins the diner's open Wi-Fi network. The moment the phone connects, a Google search opens automatically. He hasn't touched the screen, but the phone is already asking how long it takes to die if you fall asleep at the wheel. The waitress explains that he didn't type that search. He thought it 40 minutes ago. The diner is projecting his own internal dialogue back at him through the screen. Without being asked, the waitress serves black coffee and a steaming burger. It is the exact meal the driver's body is physically demanding after 9 hours of travel. This space functions as a physical purgatory. Every element, from the heat of the food to the caffeine in the cup, is a direct manifestation of the narrator's most urgent biological needs. The phone screen refreshes again with a new prompt. What happens right before you die in a car crash? This second search acts as an internal alarm. The subconscious brain is attempting to shock the driver into alertness by forcing him to visualize the immediate consequences of his fatigue. The driver looks down at the table. Carved deep into the wood are the words, "Don't drive," repeated in dozens of different handwritings. Warnings left by those who sat in this booth before him. The diner represents a terminal conflict of the mind. The brain is offering the comfort and rest it desperately needs, while simultaneously carving out warnings that giving in to that rest will be fatal. Driven by a sudden spike of adrenaline, the narrator stands up to flee the booth and return to his car. The waitress doesn't try to stop him. She only warns him that while he can walk out the door, the trajectory of the road remains the same. She provides a precise timeline of the impact. At 3:12 a.m., his eyes close for 4 seconds. At 3:12 and 6 seconds, the unguided vehicle crosses the center line. At exactly 3:12 and 8 seconds, the truck hits him. The panicked narrator rushes to his car and looks back, only to find the diner has completely vanished. The lights and the building are gone, replaced by the dark woods of the Ohio roadside. The escape back to the car was an illusion, because the building never existed. The narrator hasn't actually stopped. He has been moving toward 3:12 a.m. the entire time. Back behind the wheel, the dashboard clock hits 3:11 a.m. The final message appears on his phone. Too late. At exactly 3:12 a.m., the world around him suddenly goes completely quiet. The exhausted driver finally blinks, and the entire frame goes pitch black. The narrator is posting this confession to a forum as a conditional proof of life. He explains that if the post stays up, he made it home. If the post is deleted, it serves as confirmation that the crash occurred exactly as predicted. This story explores the medical phenomenon of a microsleep. This is an involuntary episode of unconsciousness that occurs when the brain is so exhausted that it shuts down certain regions while the body is still active. The author frames this biological failure as a supernatural encounter, an agonizing conversation with the subconscious. The diner was a final warning, a mind in extreme distress, recognizing a fatal